Hey guys, welcome back to the Arsenal save here on the ChesnoidGaming channel. Thank you so much for your continued support on this save and on the My Player save as well. If you haven't seen any of the My Player save yet, definitely worth your watch. So do check the channel page for it. That's at the minute coming to you daily as well. 2 series daily on the ChesnoidGaming channel. Is this 2016? It might be. As we crack on, today we are getting closer to the January transfer window. Very much closer to the January transfer window. I've got a lot of names on my shortlist now, thanks to you guys and Twitch chat. Ready? Right wing backs, centre mids, or right backs in general, centre mids, and strikers. Oh my god! So waiting on a number of scout reports before we definitively do something in January. I am still very much leaning towards getting Yuri Tielemans in before we get to January, but we have this episode and the next episode before I need to do that. So I'm certainly going to wait until I get the majority of those scout reports back before pulling the trigger on that. We're currently on our way through the month of December. We're on December 1st. Actually, I've advanced to the 3rd. Now, we've got Fulham, Forest and Bournemouth in the league and FC Zurich in the cup, where we just need to avoid defeat at home. And we're guaranteed progression through to the knockout stages of the Europa League. And then tomorrow will be City, Newcastle and Palace before the January transfer window and the FA Cup as well, which you guys would like me to prioritise. So I shall prioritise it. There's been some calls to switch Saka and Martinelli back the other way around. I have gotten more out of them this way around than I did the other way around, but I'm willing to keep experimenting with it to see what happens. Thomas Partey is now officially on the transfer list, so he's going to be on his way out soon. You can see, judging by the nature of fitness in the side, we are going to have to rotate a bit for this game against Fulham, but without jinxing myself, it is Fulham, so we should win. But it is me controlling everyone, so we'll probably lose. Thank you very much for your support so far. Do please continue to drop the likes on it. If we get it 1,000 again, that'd be great. I haven't really been bugging you guys for like targets over the course of this first week. And as such, there haven't been as many likes. So please do continue to hit the thumbs up button, because it really genuinely helps the channel no end. More than you could possibly imagine. So for that little click that takes that amount of time, it can infinitely help the progression of the channel. So please do it. I'd appreciate it very much. And it obviously helps me visually see as well that you guys are still thoroughly enjoying this save. Feedback in the comment section is still always very much valid and needed. So thank you very much for that as well. Right. Hopefully I can warrant your like by going and battering all of my opponents today. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. That was cheesy, wasn't it? Fulham's lineup. Bernd Leno. Former Arsenal player, of course. Kenny Tett. Shane Duffy, Tim Ream and Levan Kurzawa, hello. Harrison Reed and Joao Paulinho, new signing at centre mid, with Dan James on the right, Manos Solomon on the left, Andreas Pereira at cam, and Meatraw up top. I do very much appreciate the feedback that you guys have said that you would rather see, or the way that I used to do it when showing you the lineups. It's more realistic, it's more immersive if I show you the official Premier League graphics as they line up. But unfortunately, in recent times, they have been copyright struck more often than you can shake a stick at. So I made the decision to not use them at the beginning of last season. And unfortunately, it's a decision I'm going to have to stick with, because I can't get copyright struck. Otherwise, can't put ads on videos, can't pay mortgage. So that's the reason why I have responded to a couple of comments in that vein, but I want to address it in a video as well. Eddie Nketiah up top, Marquinhos wide right, left, even Vieira wide right, Xhaka in the middle, Ben White there too. Off we go. Bring on Fulham. Tomiyasu down the line to Fabio Vieira. Oh, he's left the defender for dead. Although the defender almost tried to kill him in the process. Decent delivery straight at Bernd Leno. Never mind. Oh, is that loose? It is. Zinchenko with... Oh, that's loose too. Go on then. Bury it. Oh, Marquinhos didn't quite get the whip on that. Tucked in very narrow here, Dan James. Mitrovic has options out wide in Levan Kurzawa. He's got plenty of options forward in white and black as well. But Tomiyasu proving that he's actually pretty damn solid at right back now. So anyone we do sign at right back in January will probably either be backup or just get just as much first team as Tomiyasu, because the way Tomiyasu's improved this year has been, well, better than I thought he would do, actually. That's a lovely ball into Fabio Vieira, who has Eddie Nketiah here, who's in the box. And that's why I need a better backup striker than Eddie Nketiah. Ooh, Eddie! Eddie! You're better than that! Oh, intercepted well by Tomiyasu. Continually making the impact in defence. Xhaka, Fabio Vieira. Not really many options there, are there? Granite. I'm trying to play a little bit of possession football to kind of play the Arsenal way, but not really opening up for me the way that I need it to. Marquinhos has shown good footwork there. We'll get that back to Chiellini, who will then deliver a really decent cross, but Kazawa gets to it first, and Solomon will come away. Fabio Vieira is going to chase that. That's loose, is it? Or somehow Mitrovic has come away with that. He is on my shortlist, Alexander Mitrovic, as a potential backup striker. Just for a complete left field option. If we want to lump it forward to someone, then maybe we could shove Mitro up top. But if he was, say, 80 rated, then I'd almost certainly go for it as a genuine backup. But he's 78, and I don't quite think he's got the quality. Martin Ødegaard, however, does have the quality. Who doesn't have the quality is these shitty bloody goalkeepers with those terrible animations. That was not in the corner. That was relatively straight at the keeper. But I'm going to... You guys know that the keepers are a bit rubbish. You don't need me to keep going on about it in every video, so I won't. Good tackle by Chiellini. He ended up on the floor, but... All right, Dan James. Calm down. Bloody hell, he went for me there. Bit of frustration from Dan James. He floored Chiellini, and then he tried to floor Marquinhos as well. I don't want to pick up any injuries here if we can avoid it. Rather obviously, Ødegaard. Nowhere to go. We'll have to go backwards. Xhaka. I don't mind playing about a little bit slower. Provided... Oh, look at that little step there. Hello. That's a nice ball out wide. Not what I asked for or what I was envisaging playing, but I'll take it. We've still got the ball. Fulham, they all just kind of stepped there, didn't they? Please be onside, Martin. He is outside the foot off the top of the bar. Very nearly from Martin Ødegaard. Dan James back to Andreas Pereira. Dan James is there again. Oh, that's a tasty ball in. That was not what I expected and would really have cut me apart had it found its recipient. I'll lift this with Eddie Nketiah, hoping that Marquinhos has got the legs on Teta, which he does. Go on, young man. He's been a revelation since we brought him in. And into the middle, where waiting is Fabio Vieira to tamely nod it 3 feet wide. Not what I expected from Dan James at one end. Not what I expected from Fabio Vieira at the other, no, either. Harry Wilson coming on for Levan Kazawa. That surely has to be a change in formation now for Fulham. They wouldn't have put Harry Wilson on at left back, would they? They have indeed changed formation to a 3-3-3-1? 3-3-3-1 or 3-2-3-1-1? I don't know what that is, but I've not seen that before. And James into Harrison Reed. Oh, that's given away poorly. Xhaka will quickly find Marquinhos. I'm very, very, very much enjoying Marquinhos. I'll go back to Eddie Nketiah here. Please bury it this time, Eddie. Good lad! There is a slight chance that I don't need a backup striker. I didn't really click with Eddie Nketiah when I first used him at the very beginning of the save. But since then, he scored 2 in the game against Brentford that we subsequently lost and threw away a 2-0 lead on, but we'll ignore that. And, well, he's had one chance he's fluffed on his favoured foot, and now on his left foot, he's actually buried that well. Don't tell me Eddie Nketiah is left... No, well, I think I've done that before, because he scored a cracker into the top corner with his left foot, didn't he? So far, my experience is that Eddie Nketiah is better on his weak foot than he is with his stronger foot. But, give him the chance, and he might finish some opportunities off. It's just a case of whether he's good enough in the build-up. Like, Gabby Jesus comes a little bit deeper and you can trust him to play the ball around or turn away from a player if he's in a tight situation. I'm not sure I trust Eddie Nketiah in that same manner. Solomon offside there. Half an hour to go here. It's 2-0 against Fulham and we're relatively comfortable here, so I'm actually going to rest some more first-team players. Tomiyasu into Granit Xhaka. He's on the run there, Emil Smith-Rowe. Man got crunched in the middle. Oh, is that going to reach Eddie? It's not going to reach Sambi. It will. It hasn't ended up in the back of the net. Oh, Gabriel's hurt, is he? He is. Okay. Something to bear in mind. I might take Gabriel off next then. Because I don't want to... whilst we have the capability... eek. He's fit enough for 20 minutes. Hopefully Gabriel's not too badly hurt. We haven't really had any injuries so far. Strike from Andreas Pereira. That's gone wide. We haven't had any injuries so far, I don't recall. Oh, scoreboard's back. And hopefully we won't have the old 7-month ACL tear every single bloody season like we did at Forest last year. He's Mitrovic. Out wide there to Wilson. Tierney with a lovely slide tackle to win that back. Marquinhos will turn. Oh! Destroyed. And look at the run for Emil Smith-Rowe, who's in behind now. And surely will make it 3 and settle it. Game over. 3 goals, 3 points, 3 different goal scorers. 2 thumbs up and a big smile in the middle. Nice little dummy by Vinicius. Oh, he's actually gone down the line. Thought he was going to cut back there. He's dummied me twice. I mean, he's got numbers in the box to aim for. Mitro missed it. Tomiyasu's not going to win that, but we're going to win the game because the final whistle's gone. Now, it's a win at what cost? Because if Gabriel's out injured for a little while, I'm slightly concerned. He should be okay. I mean, we dominate that game. Look, wow, I think that's the most we have dominated game thus far. 10 shots and well over 60% possession. Sorry, Fulham, you were not in that game in the slightest. Now, if Gabriel's out for a little while, I'm frustrated, but he appears to be okay. So we'll be very pleased with that then, shall we? I think so. Up next is that game in the Europa League against FC Zurich that we can afford to draw. As long as we don't lose it, we're through. Here's Aaron. We've had a bid for Thomas Partey, and it's not necessarily one that I really think I want to take. Naby Keita is decent, but he's not really going to improve me at all, is he? Not that much. And 25.5 million plus 1.7 isn't particularly even close to valuation either, is it? So let me negotiate this. I'll take Naby Keita out and I'll ask Liverpool for some money, if you don't mind. Quite happy to sell Thomas Partey to Liverpool, but I would very much like them to actually pay some money, if you don't mind. Give me 38 million. I know he's 29, but he's also one of the... Oh, okay. Cheers then. I'll take the 38 million. So they offered me a deal that was valued around about, what, 27, and they've accepted one that's 11 million more. Cheers. I'll take your pennies and I will run away with them, lads. Oh, Inter have now expressed an interest in Thomas Partey. Now then, I get more money for you, perhaps. From you, perhaps. I don't suppose there's too much difference in what Liverpool and Inter can afford. Liverpool will have a lot of money, but they don't tend to splash big, do they? Oh, let's not get too carried away. Will Inter give me 43? Can I get 40 plus for him? 36 plus a 2% sell-on clause. Can I have 40 something? How's that? Go on. I'll be honest, I really don't want your extra 2 or 4% sell-on clause. That's just not what I'm here for, to be honest. Oh, I like that, actually. You've seen the top right, you can see tension. So you actually have an idea of how much leeway you've got with the negotiations that are ongoing. You know, whether they're likely to back out or not. I actually like that. That's a good addition. I hadn't noticed it till now, but to be honest, not done much transfer negotiating till now, have we? 40 million they'll pay. Right, if Thomas Partey can go to Inter, then that would be the dream, because we get 2 million more, and he wouldn't go to a direct rival. Like I said, I don't mind him going to Liverpool, but if he's going to go somewhere that isn't Liverpool, then, or isn't a Premier League rival, then that would be great. Right, qualifying is in our hands, it absolutely is, and I'm quite happy to simulate this with the full strength side, because it's, again, at the risk of jinxing myself, it's only Forest at home next. So I trust all of our players to be able to do the job. That being those in the starting lineup and those that are coming in as fringe players. So we're just going to sim this, Everybody's fully fit. This should be a simple, straightforward dub for Arsenal. Ready? Oh, it's just as well Gabby Jesus scored that second. Jesus scored a brace. They went 1-0 up. We equalised 6 minutes later. And then with 4 minutes to go, FC Zurich put themselves into the knockout stages. And then Gabby Jesus was like, no, how dare you? Thank you, Gabby. You're rather important to me at this moment in time. I am slightly frustrated, though, that, like, the side that I put out there should absolutely be wiping the floor with FC Zurich at home and doing the same with teams like PSV and Bodo Glimt as well, but failing to. Now, I don't know whether that's just because that's how sim games are this year or Europe's slightly harder than the league. We've not simmed that many league games. But certainly it makes me wonder how I'm going to go about deciding what games I should sim and what games I shouldn't. Because it's kind of... all of the games I've thought to myself, that should be a straightforward win. Haven't been, really. We do go through. Second in the group, behind PSV. They're 3 points clear of us. We level on points with FC Zurich. Oh, dear me. 3 draws in the group stage. Well... at least that means we know then that we have to take the knockout rounds very seriously, because if we're drawing games like FC Zurich and Bodo Glimt, not necessarily going to do that well in the knockouts with simulations, are we? Up next for us, Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. Although, matches rescheduled, that'll be for the knockout rounds of that competition. £5.4 million, thank you very much. I've got a scout report out on Ivan Toney. He's kind of like a... he's not exactly like, but he's that sort of player. Like... an Alexander Mitrovic or a Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That's kind of that more physical player, that taller player, who certainly could do a job. Don't blame yourself, Fabio. We'll make sure you're fit next time, mate. Don't worry. It was 2 points dropped, Martin, but it's not a problem. Right. Into the game against Nottingham Forest we go then. The last club that I managed. My former team then, Nottingham Forest, Dean Henderson in goal. Some of these players I didn't have at my disposal at the time. Serge Aurier, Moussa Niakate, Joe Worrell, Willy Bolly and Reynan Lodi. Hell of a signing at left back for them, isn't it? On loan, I think, from Atletico Madrid, but still. Remo Freuler in the midfield alongside Oral Mangala. Jesse Lingard at Cannes with Taiwo Awoniyi and Emmanuel Dennis up top. Lyle Taylor, Lewis O'Brien, Loic Bade, Sam Surridge, Brennan Johnson, Steve Cook and Wayne Hennessy on the bench. I'm at full strength. Minus about 10% stamina, even less, 5% stamina to about 6 players. So this, as with the majority of today's games, on paper it should be pretty straightforward. But this team fully fit couldn't be FC Zurich at home. So I can't take anything for granted at the minute, can I? Nice movement from Partey there. Obviously on his way out of the club now, but still clearly giving all for the cause. Ødegaard looking for Gabby Jesus. He's rolled Joe Worrell well, and he's away from the other defender, but Dean Henderson makes the save down low. Put the corner in with Gabby Martinelli. And Gabby Jesus was almost underneath it. See Saka on the edge of the box. I was trying to work the space on his left foot. Didn't quite work for me. Martinelli, we send the defender? No, he's not to be fooled. Saka's still there, though. Jesus comes short. And we'll lay that into Partey and look for Ødegaard. Have I got an option on the right? I don't. So I'll have to go back this way. Nice movement by Saka. And, oh, terrible pass looking for the ball out wide. Okay, move dead. Game's getting a little bit stretched with the ball changing hands quickly. We want to try and dominate if we can. Zinchenko just kind of went walkabouts there. Thomas Partey. I do have Zinchenko still there. We'll use him now. Gabby Jesus. Ødegaard has been a great source of goals for us this season. Tuck that back looking for Saka, and unfortunately he's not going to find... Oh, if I could have reacted quicker. He kicked it straight at Gabby Jesus there, and if I'd have just gone, shoot, quickly enough, we might have been in there. We could... he's pulled that down. Oh, cheers then. I'm lacking that bit of quality at the minute in the final third. Can't find that final ball. I keep having the opportunity to, though. And I still can't find it. Oh, my God. Come on, Ches. Sort your life out. Give me it back. Jesus Christ. I will get a goal. I can't get past their defensive line at the minute. All 3 centre-backs just rock solid. Again, we are dominating possession here against these lesser sides. You can see 65% possession here against Forest. But the chance creation just hasn't been there so far because they're 5 at the back. are destroying me physically. Martinelli with the delivery is decent, but I think I need to change tactics for Bukayo Saka and Gabby Martinelli to get in the box for crosses. Because at the minute, the ball is coming in and neither of them are there at the back post where they could potentially be snapping up a goal opportunity. Tomiyasu out to try and defend against Renan Lodi and does well. It's been a first half that we have dominated, but haven't been able to find that goal. And all it takes is one snapshot from the edge of the box from someone like Taiwo Awoniyi, and they have themselves the advantage. Now what we need to hope is that they haven't had the proper G up at half time and are going to come out flying at us, because I'm not sure we're ready for that. But they have! And Remo Freuler makes it 1-0 Forest, 4 minutes into the second half. Bugger. Here's Emmanuel Dennis. Forest are apparently a different animal in the second half. They've decided to come out swinging punches. Again, we'll lift that to try and hope that Martinelli can get him behind. Look at the run of Ødegaard. I'll play it into him. Please get there first. Well done, Martin. Get away from the keeper. He's kept it in nicely. Martinelli's there. There's the equaliser. Oh, not quite as I envisaged it. I thought Ødegaard might have been the one to get the goal, but we have got a goal as a team. So that's the most important thing. Martinelli breaking away on the left-hand side, playing it into Ødegaard. It was a lovely ball, but that heavy touch just able to be kept in, and positioning from Martinelli's decent, to be fair. I finally got something from Martinelli on the left and Saka on the right. Well, maybe not Saka on the right yet. The only goal and assist I've got from Saka so far have been on the left as well. Maybe I'm just not getting anything from anyone on the right-hand side of the pitch offensively. I'm not sure. Oh, it's poor. Thomas Partey to Bukayo. That's a nice ball. It's a lovely spin by Gabby. Oh, Willy Bolly. No, it's Niakate is right across to deal with it, though. Bukayo wins it back. Ødegaard. Little back heel. Bukayo Saka. Oh, what a save! Off the feet, onto the post. Well, to be fair to him, Bukayo Saka has hit the woodwork 3 or 4 times this season. Perhaps he's just not getting the luck in front of goal that others are. Can Kieran Tierney get to that? He can. Oh, it's a good interception by Serge Aurier. I thought that pass was going to comfortably make it through. Now I'm worried. Awoniyi, is he onside there, Aurier? Apparently so. Support from Freuler. Oh, well held, Ramsdale. Good save down low. Let's bring Xhaka on for Partey, and Ødegaard can come off for Smith Rowe. I can't... This is where I don't feel like... this is where I feel I need an extra striker, because I don't feel in this situation I can call on Eddie Nketiah and him have the quality to offer me more than a half-fit Gabby Jesus up top. That's where I'm thinking currently with... Oh, well in B. Where I'm thinking with the backup striker. Looking for Gabby. Oh, Martinelli's arriving. Gabby! Martinelli at the double! Read it and weep, Ches. It says Gabby Martinelli, and he can do something on the left-hand side. A brace for the Brazilian. Oh, it's given away from Forest again. Well, they came out at the beginning of the second half, absolutely firing, but they are firing blanks at the minute. They just keep giving me possession back. Marquinhos. I'm just going to waste time, I think. No point trying desperately to search for a third goal when we don't need it. Might as well just... keep the ball and then get the win, which we have... Well, we've done half of it. I didn't keep the ball very well. That was a bit concerning halfway through, especially when they decided to come out in the second half and were like, wham, we're 1-0 up now, when I struggled so much in the first half to get the advantage. But we were resilient, we stood firm, we stuck to our guns, and we were able to get the goals. Thank you, Mr. Martinelli. Rob Holding is particularly frustrated at the lack of football, but I agree. But the team has to come first, and at present, it's not got the quality for me to be able to call upon. I agree. In real life, Rob Holding is a great squad player. In career mode, I don't know. I'll say sometimes we have to be patient as well for this. We had to be patient in that game, didn't we? Tried in the first half. 60+% possession. Couldn't find a way through, but we were patient. Thomas Partey sold. £38 million gone to Liverpool. Kind of frustrating because I kind of hoped he'd go to Inter. He reckons I could have made £13.4 million more profit. I'm not sure a player at 29 valued at 31 would have been worth £51.4 million. Do you guys think I could have got £51 million for him? Inter didn't even want to pay 42. Not sure about that. A D is my rating for that particular transfer. I think I did better than that. A couple of my youngsters are going. Been poached by other teams, but that's not a problem. Thomas Partey's on his way out now. So because Thomas Partey's going, I will now go and sign Yuri Tielemans, because he is definitively who I want to replace Partey. Then I'm quite happy to look for another central midfielder from this list to replace the outgoing El Neni. But Yuri Tielemans is applying absolutely with... Oh my God. They're asking... Oh, okay, this has changed wording from last year. Their asking price is 83.9, but you might stand a chance at this deal with an offer around 67.1. I like that. Again, a good change. As much as I'll shit on EA when they make bad changes or don't fix bugs, when they do something right, you want to praise it. Both sides of the coin. Hello, Brendan. Oh, my guy looks a bit old and wrinkly around the face. Do I look that old in real life? I hope not. Well, they said 67 odd. So, I'll offer 60 and we'll see what they say. I'm sorry. You want Martinelli plus 40 million? You are cheeky, sunshine. I admire the balls on you, but that ain't happening. 64 million. Not in 69. The tension has gone up a bit. You can see that on the right. I say up a bit. It's gone up quite a bit on the right-hand side. So I might just accept that. 85 rated, 25 years of age, probably got potential to get to 87, 88, maybe higher with dynamic potential. I'll do it. Just under 70 million for Yuri Tielemans. I'll go for that. I'll go for that. He's on 110 grand a week. Now, intriguingly, because of the way the finances are worked at the minute, I don't know what my current wage budget is. Other than I've got lots of money in my wage budget. Although, again, actually, it's key to point out that rather than having a transfer budget and a wage budget that you can manually tweak, it just does it on the fly now. Itself. It just rejigs the money. So, whilst, yes, I've got 500 grand in my wage budget, if I still had the slider, I'd put that back towards transfer budget and have more money in the transfer budget. But obviously, I'm not doing that. If he'll sign important, that'd be great. He'll probably want Crucial. He can have Crucial. I was just trying to make sure that I could maybe rotate him out a little bit and he wouldn't throw his toys out the pram. 4 years till he's 29, then we could probably think about moving him on. No release clause is fine by me. I would have liked it if you gave me an idea of what you wanted wage-wise. He's probably going to want a wage boost coming to Arsenal from Leicester. But I'll offer him what he's already on, an 800 grand as a signing bonus, and we'll see what he says. What you saying, Yuri? What you saying, mate? Talk to me. He says yes, is what he says. He says yes. Now, what did we get as a grade for that one? Am I negotiating any better? Or was that still terrible? F! No, A! Talk about reeling you in. Excellent deal! I was about to lose my mind for a minute. F! Asking price 83.9 million. Transfer sum 69. Fantastic job. You got the best out of that deal. Thank you. Lovely. Yuri Tielemans will join us in January and take Thomas Partey's place in the starting 11. Then I'm looking for someone else who's hopefully on my shortlist somewhere to come in and fill the rotation role for El Neni, which hopefully they'll do well. And to be fair, I'll probably select them over Xhaka as well. Right, let's take on Bournemouth in the third and final game today and get another set of 3 points. Out of curiosity, where are we in the league at the minute? Are we in top 4 yet? No, not quite. Although, we do have a game in hand. So win this, and we're top 4, right? And to boot, we knocked Tottenham out the top 4 as well. If ever you needed an incentive, there it is right there. 4-2-3-1 for Bournemouth. Norberto Neto in goal. Solid goalkeeper. Ryan Fredericks at right back. Chris Mepham and Jack Stevens at centre back alongside Adam Smith. At left back, Lewis Cook and Philip Billing holding with Marcondes at cam. David Brooks on the right. Jadon Anthony on the left. And Kiefer Moore at striker. They do have some other options. Marcos Senesi is a higher rated centre back but was unfit. Hence his inclusion on the bench only. So, I mean, I've put Nketiah up top, Smith Rowe on the right, Xhaka in the midfield. But we've got to be winning this. This is one of those episodes where you just, regardless of whether you're playing well or you're playing poorly, if you want to achieve your highest lofty goals, these are the sort of games, these are the sort of episodes where you have to just make sure you get the result. And we did that against Forest. We were comfortable against Fulham. And hopefully we'll do that again here against... Oh, it was meant for you, Gabby. It was meant for him. Never mind. Hopefully we'll do that again here against Bournemouth. Xhaka. Oh, heavy touch. And Nketiah, nice turn. Right back first. Then look for Smith Rowe. Good touch. Whoop, a little bit fancy. Didn't necessarily need that. Oh, Thomas Partey, heavy touch. Away from the man. Xhaka's begging for it, so we'll give it to him. And then quickly to Ødegaard. Out to Martinelli. Xhaka's there. Oh, that's not Xhaka, that's Ødegaard. Xhaka's there. Oh, left foot swing. Never mind. And again, as was with the first half against Forest. Not got that. Oh, where am I going with Gabriel there? That is my fault. I'm absolutely all over the place. Not quite clicking in front of goal for me. And so far, not quite clicking in front of goal for them either. 3 changes. Obviously, you can make up to 5. So we'll see what we can do here with these fresh faces. Tomiyasu with the throw. Granit Xhaka. Oh, I haven't yet had the opportunity to really have a ping with Xhaka's left foot. Oh, Jesus. Not a clear-cut opportunity where it's like got some space to wind up on that left foot. Come on, Eddie. Oh, how's he got through there? Eddie Nketiah. Well, cometh the hour, cometh the unexpected man. Eddie Nketiah somehow squeezed past 2 defenders there. I need to have a look at that again. I don't really know how he's done that. Hypermotion technology replay. He just holds off the number 3, but the number 6 just leaves it alone. He just walks away. Fair enough. Well done, Eddie. Appreciate that. 1-0. 4 goals in 6 matches. I thought I needed a new first-team right-back. Tomiyasu has turned out to be pretty decent. I thought I needed a backup striker. Eddie Nketiah turning out to be pretty decent. Maybe I just need a backup right back. Don't need a backup striker at all. And just that one other centre mid. Tierney to Saka. Oh, nicely intercepted by Philip Billing. Poor pass from their front man there. Poor pass from Thomas Partey too. Didn't realise that Marquinhos was quite so tightly marked. Philip Billing into Rothwell. Don't draw Gabriel too far out of position, Ches. Adam Smith trying to get forward from the back. Tierney puts a foot in. It's still only a narrow 1-0 lead, so it could go either way, this one. I don't see Bournemouth scoring 2, but certainly there could be the opportunity for them to score 1. Gabriel's in the way. That hit an arm, and it is going to be a free kick here. Now, this is dangerous. I don't know, as I've actually had a scenario like this where the AI or the opposing team could have a shot on goal. But thankfully, they have been able to have a shot on goal, but it's terrible. It's really not very good, so I'm not that bothered. Why Eddie Nketiah was at left back and not busting a gut to get further up the pitch, I'm not sure. Thankfully, they've ballsed that up, and now Eddie Nketiah is here, and I'll give that to B. And Saka's fresh legs against a tired Dale Stevens should be obvious, and it is indeed. Just need to find the pass. There, it opened up to try and find Marquinhos. Couldn't quite do it. Again, though, it's a case of just wasting the time. Actually, I'll tuck this into Smith Rowe. Again, not quite able to get the pass off when I needed to, but enough time wasted so that we will get the dub. There you go. A 1-0 against Bournemouth. Like we said, it's not pretty sometimes, but in games like that, away from home against Bournemouth, at home against Forest, away from home against Fulham, you've just got to make sure you get the result. 2 shots each. It was a poor game quality-wise. Aston Villa just won at Old Trafford by a 1-0. I'm not sure how Manchester United are getting on this season. I'll give you a look of the league table as we head towards the final episode before January. I'm still waiting on a number of scout reports, actually, so hopefully they'll come back in tomorrow's episode before we get to January. So we're in a good, knowledgeable position to know what we want to do with regards to that centre mid spot, most importantly. But I think now with the emergence of Tomiyasu as a really solid right back, I think I'd rather sign a backup right back because I have Tomiyasu and I have Ben White. Cedric's just not it. So I have Tomiyasu and I have Ben White. I'd like to sign someone ahead of Cedric, basically, I think now, and have Tomiyasu as my go-to right back still continually moving forward. With regards to the striker, maybe I give Eddie Nketiah till the end of the season because he's clearly putting in some level of performance. And then at centre mid, I just want that El Neni replacement, and I've got a number of players on my shortlist that I could look to for that. So, actually, things are looking quite decent. Liverpool and Manchester City starting to extend away from the rest of the league. City 6 points clear of Liverpool and a further 4 points clear of me in third. So it looks like it's really a 2-horse race for the title. We are now into the top 4, however. Leicester are 4th, Spurs 5th, Manchester United down in 9th. To be fair to them, that defeat at home to Villa was only their 3rd of the season, but they are draw specialists, Manchester United. More draws this season than anyone else. Outside of Newcastle, who have the same amount of draws. Newcastle have actually only lost 2. They're just drawing a lot. If Newcastle could turn those draws into wins, there might be a bit of an issue. They're only 4 points behind us, as are Chelsea, who have been winning more often. It's still tight, but we are at the top of that group, basically. I don't think we'll break into the top 2 this season, but 3rd is the aim. We have Manchester City next, and I'm very intrigued to see how good they are. City, Newcastle, Palace. That game against Newcastle is quite important tomorrow as well, isn't it? And then been drawn in the Europa. Oh, you've killed me! You've killed me, UEFA! Inter Milan in the first knockout round of the Europa League. Oh, man, that's annoying. That's a really difficult draw. Well, we'll still try and prioritise the Europa League, but I won't prioritise it massively ahead of the league form, as I was perhaps going to do if we were still 8th or 9th, because we're now 3rd, and we look like we could actually have a good run at the top 4 in the league, so I'm going to basically have to try and spread myself across the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Europa League. Hopefully, because it's going to be our only opportunity to win the Europa League, because from here on out, we're going to be Champions League for the rest of the save. That would be the aim, wouldn't it? We'll wait and see how things pan out between now and the end of the season, but so far, so good. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying. There will be a My Player video later on this evening, so do make sure you have your notification bell ticked and you're subscribed so that it pops up in your sub box and you get a notification when that video goes live. Or alternatively, if you're only interested in this save, you'll get notified when tomorrow's video goes live with City, Newcastle and Palace. Thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate your support. Please do keep those thumbs up coming in and the comments flowing, because it really genuinely does make a massive difference to pushing the channel to new subscribers. I can't emphasize that enough. I know a lot of content creators, we all go on about it, but it's for a reason. It helps the channel. Anyway, come and join me on stream and watch this stuff live as well. See all the behind the scenes, because there's a lot that happens that you don't see, that gets edited out, that's not really fit for a YouTube video. Regardless, stop waffling, Ches. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Join me this evening for My Player. If not, tomorrow for more of this. Bye-bye.